Pa Driscoll from the Bride Rovers Club in Rathcormac. And his linesmen are James Birmingham, Bride Rovers, Michael Carey, Bride Rovers, and umpires Brendan O'Driscoll, Bride Rovers, Niall Barrett, Carrigdhoun, Michael Keating, Bride Rover again, and it's all a patient build-up. Back to Dylan, will offload it over here to Garrow Daly. Daly will look inside, a nice left kick right in there, but Daly will be looking for it back, and he does have it back. He's in here and he have a chance here to call it over, but it's just going to drop in around the box here. Anything is possible here, and it's hooked over the bar. That was a brilliant improvisation by Mark Tobin for the opening score. Looking to pick it up here again, the full forward line. There is movement inside there, and they'll need to overlap here. That's the ball they need. Green is in there and Griffin, and we'll have a pot at it here, and that is an excellent score there from David Griffin, we told you. And Brian Coakley just outside the arc here, another good ball again there, and that is gone sailing there between the posts there. That is a brilliant score, and that is the first at the left boot on it, to see if he can call it over just outside the arc again. That is looking pretty good to me, and that is the killer there with the brilliant score again, right over there, just outside. About this here, if you've joined us late on our Club of TV, and Mallow with the 45 Mirror to try to launch that one over straight as a dime, and it's gone straight between the posts. A brilliant score there, and that will settle him for our future. He started pretty well here, right down through the centre forward line. Ball over here again to Coakley, and Brian drops it in here into the corner again. There's one or two more players, as you can see, moving around here. Desmond is coming in here, and we'll be looking here to offload one back, and he might have a pop at this. The referee just said, did he take a bit too long? He says play on there. That was a splendid score, just right in around that zone again. Brings it over here, and he's seen a lot of the ball. Sheehan has been very good, Daly has been good. Now the overlapping is on here for Britain. He's in here, needs to steady himself here and pop this over the bar for Mallow. They need this, but he's gone all the way in. There could be another one over the head here, and it is gone over the bar, and that is another brilliant score from Mark Tobin. Decent defending inside there. They've kept Mallow out there, who had pretty good chances as they break out of that back line. And here we go again. That's the movement that you wanted here, right outside the arc here again for Desmond. Is he after popping that over the bar again? That is another brilliant score.
Brilliant score, and there was great applause there.
Mallow come out again in the middle of the field. Sean MacDonald here, he started brightly. There's MacDonald, the Cork senior, right down here. He's going down through the throat of him onto the left boot here, and MacDonald has galvanised it over the bar. The Cork senior brings Mallow right back into this. He made his debut. Barry will pick it up here, wearing 6. They're operating around midfield. Hand pass inside here to Desmond on here. He's going to overlap him, and there it is in here. Desmond outside the arc here. Another chance here of a patch at it again. Will that hang? And it's hung over the bar. Absolutely classic score there by Éanna Desmond. 9 points against. Definitely to the far right here. MacDonald just needs to offload it over the bars nicely. That's absolutely perfect, and that's very wise there by Sean, because he knows that anything right into the sky. And here, good chance here for Lyons. Lyons will give it back over here to Tobin. Tobin offload inside. They must take a chance here. Right in here again, hand pass inside. Good ball in here again to slot it over. Might it drop? It dropped all right, just over the bar for Tobin, and I make that could be his third point here. They come in around that arc zone again, hand pass it off, and looking to bring Kavanagh. Was gone inside him, but it's just outside. Nice little swivel back. There's the ball in here. Chance here now to slot it over the bar. McCarthy is the man that is there, and he can put it over the bar. It's another good score here again, and it's a lot of pace. 10 points to 6. We'll join you there on pitch side in the next few moments. And in comes Sean Andrews wearing a 25, and into the middle of the park here. Can Mallow turn this around here to keep their season alive here in Park Erin? Let's see if they can start off brightly here. And this man has been very, very good in this opening half. Right over here to the far side to Jack Dillon. And here is the ball to be slotted over the bar, and it is. And that is another knife into the wounds of Mallow.
I think Michael O'Rourke, number 27, is after coming on, Mick, but you can confirm that for me.
We'll confirm that in the next few moments. Here's the ball, is battling with O'Reilly. Nice little stylish little pick up on the far side here for Carrigaline. Looking to come in here, left boot on it here. Another chance to slot it over the bar if they can. And that is another one that's gone just right over the bar. Another brilliant score there. They do well like that as they look here, Mallow, to pop this one over the bar if they can. They need this one. There's nothing easy about this, as MacDonald is trying to turn the main man. Centre forward Brian O'Driscoll, Cork senior, is ruled out with a calf injury, but he will be back hopefully in the next round, but I don't think there's going to be any rushing. I heard Michael Meany, there's no rushing, and Mallow have left themselves down in the second half. Plenty good opportunity, should have maybe another 6 points here. Keane Barry gives it inside, and there's another pot shot just coming in around here on the left foot. Perfect opportunity to cull this one over the bar again, and I think it's hung in. I thought it was nice, and the umpire, they're looking there, they're talking to each other, and it did hang in there, and that was McCarthy. McDonald will be looking here for the far right hand side post to come in there around the middle, and McDonald uses it perfectly, and that is a sail between the posts. That's a classic score from the Cork senior, and it's just what the doctor Ryan now is having a look. Merritt is waiting for it, and Mallow gaining a bit of more momentum. Another 2-pointer here could bring him right back in it here, and they have a chance here just to come in. They must take this score here. This needs to go over, and it has gone over, and that is another classic score that brings that down to 13-10. The Cork under 20 player drops it out into the middle here to Mark Tobin. Tobin back over here to Merritt. Merritt out just outside the 2-pointer arc. Is it got in? It's got in for a classic score. Mallow are finishing strongly here.
Nothing easy with the breeze, Mick, but just to comment there on Keane Barry, he's ever present in the dying minutes of this game.
And there's the man that we said to get on it, McCarthy, and he has got on it, and he slotted that over the bar. There is the man that you need to get on it. He's conducting that in the middle there. There's a hefty challenge there. Referee says play on. This could seal it here. Oh, good defending into the back line by Daly. He just tried to scoop it out there, and that was a certain goal there denied. But Paul Lyons was down for Mallow. He was saying he got a headshot, but he's up here, and they'll keep it going here. Kylie's looking for the ball here. If I was them, Carrigaline win the dirty ball. Kieran McCarthy will swing it over, and now Carrigaline have him where they want him. Another point here for Desmond here, and O'Reilly. They have been very good, and O'Reilly's in here looking to pop this over the bar. He must take a score here, and he does, and that is another good score, and that's what you need. Brilliant chance for McDonald to bring a point between them, but you can't fault him. He's given his all out there for Mallow in here, and Barry tries to lose out, but they're picking it up here. McCarthy is picking it up in the middle of the park as well. Full steam ahead here, right into the far side, looking to slot this over the bar if they can again, and he does slot it over the bar. That was a brilliant score, and a bit of a lace favouring him here to cull it to the far right hand post again, and he's hooked that high, and that looks pretty good to me, and it is on target, and that is a 2-pointer from McDonald, and that makes it 16-14. 2-pointer here, and you just feel if they can get it, the referee could say that's that, and it could come here in this next few moments. And here's Kevin Sheehan again. Will this one tail over the bar? This is looking good here, right out here, that one, and there is the full-time whistle. Mallow just falls short here by a 2-point defeat, and we're going to go to pitch side there because we have a double header. We won't hold you up in the next few moments. We'll bring you the man of the match.